Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tuck Rule Takes, episode 235, episode 235 of Tuck Rule Takes. The gang is not all here. Similar to the Patriots, voluntary workouts. I guess this is just voluntary for Al.
Yeah. The
Al
original
shows up whenever.
gangster showed up.
Yeah, whenever he wants. If you're new here, you probably aren't, but if you are, I'm Mike. Liam is here as well. Liam, say hello. How you doing?
Hello.
There you go. Look at you with the fucking tank top with the traps out, looking good as
It's
shit.
finally warm here. I can finally embrace what you've been doing for the rest of this past year.
No, it was 102 today. You don't want to embrace this.
No, I do. I love that. The hotter
No,
the better.
the fuck you. Dude, I wore pants. I sweat through my pants.
Don't wear pants.
It was horrible. I was at work. What? I can't wear shorts at work. I got yelled at for wearing shorts. Anyways, we're not here to talk about my sweating habits.
Places in Florida have a dress code.
This is Tuck Rule Takes, episode 235. Al is not here. He will be back next week. Liam and I will also be back next week, barring some unforeseen circumstances. Yeah, we're here to talk. Not much Patriots news today. So if you listened last week, you heard Al, which makes this even weirder. Al gave the tease that we would do a Mount Rushmore, and then he decides not to come on for the episode.
The ripcord. Yeah.
Like,
he would throw the blame on me because he could record yesterday, but yesterday was my last week in office. I had to build workplace camaraderie by dragging my cohorts out to the nearest bar that we stayed at from 1 p.m. to 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, that's just you really can't you can't put a price on that, building that workplace atmosphere. So I get it. But then Al was at like the beach too. He said, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he does.
Even imagine. I didn't know he goes to the beach. I figured you like the guy in the meme who's like sitting on the swing set looking really sad and standing in the empty pool looking really sad. You know what I'm talking about?
That would be him.
Yeah.
That'd be or what is it? It's the what is it, bench warmers, where there's the guy that's afraid of the sun?
Yes.
Is that bench warmers?
Nick Swardson, yeah.
Nick Swardson. That's Al. So Al, if you're listening, I'm sorry. I don't think you're Nick Swardson, but like maybe like a relative. That's all. But yeah, Tuck Rule Takes 235. We're here. So we're gonna do a Mount Rushmore tonight, whenever you're listening, of top Patriots draft picks that underwhelmed, right? That's basically how you would do it. And there are a ton. More than you could think. Whatever number you think, there's more. But before we get to that, Liam, I sent you a quick tweet that I saw before this, and I just wanted to touch on it beforehand. I thought it was kind of interesting. The Patriots, CBS Sports, I guess they put out a top 100 NFL players going into 2026. I don't know. I feel like it's just something that every CBS, Fox, ESPN, they'll probably all do it. But the CBS did it, and there are 3 Patriots on the list, and they may not be the Patriots you think, and they may not be where you think they would be at. They have Christian Gonzalez at number 29, Drake May at number 61, and AJ Brown at number 64. Yeah, I guess kind of just thoughts from you, because I don't think I agree with none of the placement, but I also think there's Patriots that should be on here. So how did you think? Well, I just sprung this on you like an hour before we recorded. So pardon me, but how are you feeling about this?
So I would agree with the placement for the most part. Can you hear me all right? My video's lagging.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I see the videos doing whatever.
But now it's good. But I would say honestly, the placement for Gonzo, I'm pretty fine with. 29, top 30 player in the league. That's really good. Let's start with the placement on him. Where do you think it should be?
So I don't know, because he is a corner, so it's one of those like premium positions or whatever.
Yep.
But my issue with that is I feel, and it kind of bleeds into the second one. I'm not going to leapfrog it, but I don't like his position because of where Drake May is, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how much stock you put on quarterback or corners, but either way, like, I think Gonzo should be up there. I guess I'm not gonna bitch and moan about it. 29th, That's fine. I don't know like what the criteria was. If you want
So
to say maybe
say you're making
injuries,
this list. I would say you have an extensive knowledge of all teams. At very least starters, maybe not so much bench, but at least you can name the starters on most teams. If you're just spitballing right now, you're making this list. NFL Network is posting uh, Mikey Sullivan's top 100, which I know you fucking hate the name Mikey, but
I was just gonna say, don't fucking
it's
call me
Sully.
Mikey.
Fine, Sully's top 100 NFL
There we
players
go.
this year. Where are you placing? And we're going to start with Christian Gonzalez.
Like I wanted to be upset about it, but I guess now that like cooler heads have prevailed and like the high noons have kicked in, I guess I'm fine with 29 to be honest,
Yeah.
because you got to think like I mean he's not above like the Miles Garrett's. You probably even put like a Micah Parson ahead of him, a Micah Parsons, like Trent McDuffie. Like you could say
Does
that
he
if
go
you
ahead of him?
want. But I could see them arguing that strictly
Yeah,
maybe because like the
because he's a
health thing.
champion.
Witherspoon, you probably put up there. Patrick Surtain, if you want to get him in there.
Yep, Derek
Um,
Stingley had an incredible year. He's probably the in the argument for the best.
I would say he's probably number one for corners, and that's just defense. Then you go to offense too,
So where
because
do
this
you
is.
think Derek Stingley lands on this list?
I gotta say top 20 at
Okay.
least,
And
right?
like
Like
you
he
said, it's a
has to.
loaded question because you don't
Let
know
me
how
fucking see.
they're valuing corners. But when Stephon Gilmore won his defensive player of the year, he was top 10. But obviously he won defensive player of the year. If you win defensive player of the year as a corner, that is a loud statement that usually propels you to the top 10. If you win it as a defensive end, that'll get you in the top 20, top 25. It's just not as loud as a corner who's like making all these flashy picks.
Exactly. Actually, so I did what probably we should have done beforehand, or probably what I should have done before I fucking sprung this on you. I clicked the list. I'll give you one guess. Who do you think the first corner is that pops up on the list?
Like first in front or like the first from 100.
Just in the hundred in these 100 players, who do you think the first corner is that pops up?
Like the number one corner in the league.
Who on their list, I guess. So it would be
Oh,
just whoever is the
so like
first
it would be
that
the
comes up.
last rated top 100.
No, from one up. So their highest
Okay.
rated corner. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yes, that's
I'm
what I was asking.
fucking
Okay, cool.
worded that like a moron to you.
Yeah,
My
well, that's
bad.
why I was trying to figure out because
Who do you
it's
think their highest rated corner is? There we go.
I would guess Derek Stingley.
It is Patrick Surtain at number 11.
Okay, he did win defense
So
of the year the other year.
the next one, I'm scrolling. Devin Witherspoon at 24.
Okay.
And then you got Gonzo at 29. So
Wow.
I am Stingley. Where do you think Stingley is? I finally got to him.
Oh shit! If you finally got to him, I'll guess 41.
40.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was close. Go me. But like, see, I think that's criminal. He was
Crazy, right?
he was talked about all year. Like I wouldn't. I think Devin Witherspoon's really good.
Very good. Yeah.
I don't think he's better than Gonzo, Stingley. I think it's Super Bowl bias. I don't think that's
It,
true.
it definitely is. I think that the only one you could argue, kind of like I said before, is Patrick Surtain. I think you could
Yeah.
say he might be the best one.
Yeah.
Stingley and Gonzo, I'd put fighting for number two. Like that's
Definitely.
crazy. But I do have the list up, so we can talk about it if you want. But I figured we kind of talk about the Patriots ones first, and then if you want, I'll kind of throw out whatever you want from the list. But
Yeah.
dude, the list is kind of crazy.
Okay. So Drake May as the runner-up MVP is 64.
Is 64. That is insane.
Yeah. That
61. Drake May is
61.
61. 61. Um, yeah,
And then
that's insane.
AJ Brown is 64.
AJ Brown is 64.
Okay.
Drake May at 61. I'll kind of just that's insane.
Yeah. I
Insane.
would if it's Liam's NFL top 100 list, I'm putting Drake May at lowest. The lowest I can justify Drake May is 18. The highest I can put him is 8. Like he was the runner-up MVP. Let's call a spade a spade. He was really fucking good.
Yep. So you would put him at 18?
At
Like
lowest, I
lowest,
would put him
lowest.
between 8 and 18. I guess we'll meet in the middle, sort of the middle. I'll settle on he would be 11 for me.
Do you do you want to take a guess? I won't even get. Actually, I'm not even going to have you guess. Number 18 on their list, tight end Trey McBride from the Arizona Cardinals.
Lame, lame. Yeah, I don't like he's a fantastic tight end. There aren't many good tight ends. He's one of the better of them. But Drake May had just shy of 45,000 yards or 4,500 yards.
4,500. Yeah.
Yeah, 45,000. But that's Drew Brees numbers. But
Crazy.
4,500 yards, 31 touchdowns, sub 10 picks. I want to say it was 8 picks. That's a
Yep. 8 picks.
fantastically efficient season. His quarterback rating was immaculate too. I'm going to look it up right now. But it was
There's one of the best. I think it was like the best or one
it
of the
one
best. I
of
think.
his quarterback rating was 113 and a half. That's really, really, really good. Like he was unbelievably efficient. Completion percentage was 72, which is good. It's really good. Um, yeah, no, I think that's absolutely egregious. He's rated phenomenally too low.
So this is my issue. Drake May is a quarterback, arguably, maybe not even arguably, the most important position in football, right?
Undoubtedly, yes.
Tell me how Aaron Brewer, center from the Dolphins, is number 31.
No
Have you
way.
ever heard of this man? No,
No.
no disrespect.
Yes, of course. Like
Have you heard of him before this? Like,
in passing, hardly. And most of all, what did the Dolphins do? I understand you want to reward players for being on bad teams, so you put them on this list to give them shine. I understand.
sure,
Larry
Miles Garrett is
Fitzgerald,
number one.
100%. Larry Fitzgerald was top 10 every year when the Cardinals were
Yep.
ass. I understand, but Larry Fitzgerald deserved all that praise. Um, a a center for a team that didn't really run the rock very well, didn't really pass the ball very well. I don't get. It looked like they were going to have the first overall pick until like week 11.
Like, what are we doing? So the quarterbacks ahead of Drake May. I'll scroll through till I get there. Matthew Stafford is number two.
See,
Okay,
crazy.
MVP.
And
Like
the MVP is number two. The runner up is 61.
that's the. And then do you know who number three is? You're gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Who do you think? It's a quarterback. Who do you think number three is? The league
It
loves him.
better not be Dak Prescott.
It's Josh Allen. So Josh Allen
Well,
is number three.
yeah. You
Joe
know what highlight they
Burrow
definitely didn't show in Josh Allen's top 100 video was him fumbling like a doofus, holding the football like a loaf of bread in the playoffs.
throwing it backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoops.
the more I look at this, the more upset I get. Number five, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Well, he's sick. Didn't play. What like?
So that's my thing. I think like I'm fine with Joe Burrow being high, but
Yeah.
I'm not fine with
Put
Drake
him at
May being so
60.
far.
Yeah. Put Joe Burrow at 61.
Exactly. Number seven, the bell of the ball, fucking Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I'm
On a
sorry. If
mid
you
tier.
I said this earlier today. If you have Patrick Mahomes in like top five quarterbacks going into this year or whatever, I'm convinced you aren't really watching football. You're going on name value.
Last year he had all of his stats were way worse than Drake May. He had
Yep.
3,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, 11 picks, tore his ACL and missed a good chunk of the end of the season. His quarterback rating 89.6 to Drake May's 113.5, which quarterback rating I think is a remarkably flawed system. But if they're going to use that, then I'm going to use it as an argument, even though I think it's a
Exactly.
bullshit stat. If they're going to put it on there, I'm going to use it as a fucking argument. And his
Yep.
completion percentage was 62.7, which completion percentage is an accurate stat. I can go by that. Is a whole 10 points less in completion percentage than Drake May. He has 1,000 less passing yards. He has 9 less touchdowns with 3 more picks, and Drake May is 61.
So
I
I don't
don't
get it.
understand. Somebody please, I'll sit in a classroom, I'll bring the apple for the teacher. Explain this to me, what the criteria is. I understand it's players ranking stuff, but I would love to know what the players are thinking here. And I hope when I'm watching these videos, I hear them in their interviews go, I really liked how Patrick Mahomes checked the ball down 4 times in that Thursday night football game against the Broncos. That was top, that's top 10 quarterback play when Drake May bombing it deep to Kayshon Boutte in the playoffs. That was that's 61 caliber. I
In
just
the
please
rain,
love to
in
hear it.
bad
Yeah,
weather.
100%. I'd
Like,
love to hear it. Please elaborate.
I don't get it because I know this is going into 2026. So you're kind of looking at what the team has going into it or whatever. And then you're kind of taking into account what 2025 was as well.
Yeah, this
Drake
should
May
be all
isn't
based on 2025. That's how I
Drake May
grade.
he was the second best quarterback in the league
He
last
was.
year. Like
He was, which
this
makes him the
isn't
second best player in the league.
like I don't get like if you want to put Miles Garrett one, sure. I will
Yeah,
never argue
totally.
that.
Yeah.
One of the greatest
He broke
defensive
the he
players I've
broke the
seen.
sack record, right?
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So
good for
yeah,
him. Everything there. But Mahomes at 7, number 10, Lamar Jackson. The league needs to get over Lamar Jackson. Um, I think like I feel like we should be done.
yeah.
Um, Scrolling down, I'm just looking for the next quarterback before we get to Drake May. Dude, there are so many people on this list that should not be ahead of Drake May. Still can't believe that. Oh, Dak Prescott, 43.
Of course he is.
So that alone, so let's like we don't need to go any further.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott being 17 spots higher
Yeah.
than Drake May. What do we do?
How did the Cowboys do in the playoffs? Not well. Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I just don't and what they said coming off an injury shortened 2024 season, he bounced back to play all 17 games in 25. He threw 30 touchdown passes and 10 picks, all worse than Drake May. For a Cowboys offense that played loose because of a bad defense.
Excuses.
What? Like, what the fuck? Like, I just, I don't get it. And like, there better not be another quarterback on here before we get to our boy Drake May. Then Drake May, what they have for him, he finished second in MVP voting in his second season, leading the Patriots to the Super Bowl. That sentence alone, he should be
Yeah.
top 20, but
Boom.
okay, at
Yeah.
worst.
Where's Aaron Rodgers on that list?
Let me look. He threw 31 touchdown passes, just 8 interceptions, but he didn't play well in the postseason. That's what they said. Aaron
That's,
Rodgers
he didn't play
is
well on the way to the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott didn't play at all in the playoffs, but he's 17 spots higher. I don't know why we're getting rewarded for not making the playoffs. And not it's crazy. It's like, oh man, Drake May, we had to see him in 3 extra games. And in those games he was subpar. It's like, well, one of those games was the Super Bowl. Kind of he got there.
yeah, dude. The Super Bowl that like performance by the entire team, I think, has tainted everybody's view of
I
this
think
team
so.
going into this year, whether it's Patriots fans, national people, whoever. Like, it's it's ridiculous. And then AJ Brown though, number 64.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I don't know
yeah.
where you'd put him. He has to be higher.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
like I don't. You
Yeah.
can't tell
Like
me.
Like if Drake May is that far down the list, then like I don't even need to go into the defense for AJ Brown. Even in a offense that didn't pass him the ball as much as they should have last year, he's still his talent alone is well worth a spot higher than that. Of
I missed Jordan Love and Jared Goff are ahead of Drake May as well. By the way.
course. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown is higher than AJ Brown. That's fine if you want to do
Yeah.
that.
He's
Cool.
really good. I get it.
Very cool with that.
Yeah. AJ is the best receiver in the league, but I understand the volume that Amon-Ra is getting.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's a frustrating list, just like any lists are.
Yeah, lists are innately angering.
Yeah, especially when you have places like this who are doing it literally to get to stir up the conversation. So,
Yeah.
like,
And it's
I
working.
understand.
And
I
here
just
we
still can't
are.
believe
Fair enough.
Trey McBride is higher than Drake May. Like, I just
Yeah. No one values tight ends that much.
no.
And Brock Bowers is better.
But Bowers is on the list, by the way.
Of course he is. And
Let
he
me
missed a
ask you.
chunk of the season. He was on my fantasy team. It was a fucking nightmare having Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I know, right? It was like very feast or famine with him.
It was horrible.
let me ask you, if you could think of any Patriots, so we went over kind of who's on there. Um, Patriots players who are not on this list. Are there any that immediately come to mind to you? Because there's one for me, at the very least, that immediately comes to mind. Um, and that would be Milton Williams.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that he's not one of the top 100 players in football. Like
Yeah.
100.
He
I'm not
certainly
saying
getting
he
paid
has
like
to
it.
be 40s, 30s, whatever. But you can't tell me that he's not better than let me go down to like the deep into here. You can't tell me he's not better than Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle
Yeah. Who missed the
from the
entire season
Chargers.
of the 20th. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't tell me he's not better than Colston Loveland, who's number 100.
Because that was going to be my argument. I was like, maybe I get it. Um, Milton Williams missed a ton of late season time with an injury. If you're putting Slater on there who tore his ACL in the preseason, then what are we doing?
That's the thing. It almost seems like they kind of pick and choose when they want to do like who had injuries, who didn't. Like TJ Watt
Yeah.
is on the list, even though he missed time. I don't like Bo Nix is number 87. He didn't miss any time, but he's so far down. He's them like I don't understand.
It just
Like
goes to show to me, it's like even the experts aren't the experts. Like you could watch all these podcasts of all these sports guys who go on and talk about their old career and talk about the modern league now, and people are like, oh, they have an excellent opinion of things because they played, they know all this stuff. That's not necessarily true. You can find a
no,
doctor that's a quack. You can find a player that doesn't know shit about the sport and just did it because he's supremely talented, or really only cared about what was going on his team, and maybe he was just really good at reading a playbook and winning for his team, but maybe he doesn't have good opinions on everyone else and whatnot. It's like when Michael Jordan was, the head of the Charlotte Hornets, and he drafted all these guys, and all of them were fucking dog shit because he didn't have an eye for talent because he couldn't understand why these guys couldn't do things the way he did. And it's like
exactly.
you just don't have an eye for it. So when I see this, I'm like, okay, it's almost like a headline that you'd see on like one of those lame ass magazines in like the doctor's office where it's like stars, they're just like us. Yeah, they are just like us. They're fucking stupid. They don't know what they're talking about, just like we don't know what we're talking about, just like Nick Wright on TV doesn't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just one of those things where like I don't know, like I'm sure I'm hoping next year maybe some Patriots end up on the CBS top 100 list, but
Yeah.
it's like who really cares? I don't
Yeah.
know. Like
I
did
mean,
you
I
have
mean, we made it to the Super Bowl and everyone else is fucking miserable. So
did you have I don't know, would you put Hunter Henry on the list? Would you put a trying to think who else I mean on there that you would want to put
Spillane was really good. I don't know if he's top 100, but he was really good. He gets a
maybe
nod for
towards the
me.
end, definitely, right?
Yeah,
You would
like
think.
if maybe he's like 105, or you're like,
Yeah.
you're just on the cusp. He was
Yeah.
really, really good. Um,
I mean, there's not a ton of running backs, but I mean, I wouldn't hate putting Stevenson on there. Maybe
yeah,
like that would be like towards the very end, but still, like I don't know.
yeah, I think it's the fumbling thing. People wouldn't do it for him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know. I can't think of many other ones, but Milton Williams was one that really jumped out to me, and then
Yeah.
Spillane. I obviously thought of him as well because I loved Spillane too, as we all did. So
Has there ever been a punter on there? Are you gonna make an argument for your boy?
I won't because he kind of had an off year.
Yeah, he kind of did.
Kind of had an off year. I can't, I
Went to a
can't
Super Bowl
do.
in an off year. That's pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. This whole team went to the Super Bowl in and off in
Yeah.
like a rebuild
And
year.
he
Like
got a ton of work in the Super Bowl. He was
he
working
did,
overtime.
man. He
He
did.
made
He
his
was
money in the Super Bowl.
yeah, he did. He did. Unfortunately, he made his money
Yeah.
in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
God, I don't ever want to think about that game. This year's Super Bowl will
Yeah.
be better when the
Much better.
Patriots beat the Rams.
That would
So
be
it'll be
awesome.
good.
That'd be
It'll be
box
good.
office.
Did you have any other just kind of thoughts, comments on the 100 list before we get into the our Mount Rushmore?
No, I gotta say I love watching it just for the sake of like, there's a lot of players on there that I knew about and didn't know. Like, it's like the Shaq quote where I'm like, I'm sorry, what is his quote where he's like, I wasn't familiar with your game. Like
Oh yeah.
That's me when I watch a lot of these where I'm like, oh yeah, like I've heard of this dude, this linebacker on the Jaguars whose name I can't pronounce. And you watch it and you go, oh shit, he is really good. But you also got to take it with a grain of salt because anyone can throw it together. Literally anyone that we're going to be listing on our Mount Rushmore, not anyone, but most of them. If you put together like a 20-second highlight reel of like their five best plays, you're going to be like, these people are monsters.
Yep.
We're about to explain that they're dog shit.
Yeah.
So you got to take it with a grain of salt because you watch this and you'd be like, wow, this guy's all over the place. It's like, yeah, they just showed a cut up from the last 2 years of him making signature plays.
Hmm. Yeah. You can make anybody look good. Like
100%.
shit. I'm sure there's a Jalen Polk hype video out there that
Yeah.
is.
There's like a huge trend on like NBA Instagram right now. It's like taking role players and putting like, heroic songs to them and showing their highlights. And I'm like, I watched this guy live. I love Boobie Gibson, who is the old Cavs point guard. I don't know if he deserves the love that he's getting on this video
No.
here.
No, he does. He didn't score. He wasn't scoring fucking 25 a game. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
no, they make it look
What
like
are we
he's
doing?
Michael Jordan. And I was like, he was really good and loved, strip clubs and blow, but like I was like, he's not this good.
Um, yeah, so I mean, we'll see what happens with the lists as they come out. Maybe there's another one that comes out we'll talk about when Al finally gets his ass back on here. But yeah, Sam Darnold, number 72. Super Bowl winning quarterback, number 72.
See
Like
that even that's dumb. Like
crazy.
real recognizes real. Like I'll understand that this dude won the Super Bowl,
Yeah. Dude, and he
and
played well. He played
yeah,
really
the
well.
whole
Like, I
season
don't know.
in the playoffs he played well.
Dumb.
Yeah, there's just no consistent argument for it.
Um, Whatever. So, all right, you ready to go to the Mount Rushmore draft picks?
I am so
Horrible,
Mount
depressing time.
Rushmore. That means we're obviously picking four.
Yes, yeah. So I have four. I have many other ones that if I got to pivot to them, but I have four
Yeah,
that I think I'll be able to get to.
so do I.
Assuming you do. So I think since it was I wanna throw it to you. I want to give
Okay.
you the opportunity to go first. I want to see where you're at with it. I want to see who you pick first. I think that'll kind of tell me where your head's at with all this. So Mount Rushmore of most what do we want to call it? Most underwhelming Patriots draft picks, right? Or
Yes.
so to speak, right? And then we'll obviously explain it as we go. So Liam, you are up. Who is your number one face on your Mount Rushmore?
So I like that you were trying to go different and you didn't want to pick the generic names that most Patriots fans would know. But this guy was so unspeakable. Like, I'm just going to get it out of the way so we can move on to actually interesting conversation. I would love to start with some of my more niche picks because I have two extremely niche picks. Oddly enough, both the same position. But I'm just going to get the easy one out of the way. So for my Mount Rushmore, my first pick, we'll call this one the Abraham Lincoln of my Mount Rushmore. There are the three heads all together, and then there's one set off to the side with a gap in between. And you see this one more than you see the other ones, and that's why it's fitting that I pencil in N'Keal Harry as my Abraham Lincoln. I just think
Yep.
it's obvious, it's a layup. Um, he the worst part is he had moments, but like those moments were fleeting and it just got progressively worse. And it's almost like somebody else that might be on one of our lists that was more recent. It's like once the mistakes started coming, the fans jumped on them, the franchise jumped on them, and it seemed like they just couldn't get out of their own way once they realized they were fucking up. So N'Keal Harry has got to be my my choice. This dude was just brutal. He was a first round pick, 32nd overall in the 2019 draft. I'm not even gonna go through all the list of wide receivers that we could have gotten in his place, most
Yep.
notably, yeah, the guy we have now being one of them. But um
Yeah.
there
Crazy,
were,
right?
yeah. And so at least we righted the wrong, but there were a ton of guys that we could have taken at other positions or this position that would have served us a lot better. And we got fucking N'Keal Harry, who struts in there in 2019 and has 12 receptions for 105 yards and two touchdowns. Um, and 5 rushes for 49 yards and a touchdown that was taken off the board that should have counted, and I'll never forget that. And it still makes me
God, that
angry.
was the worst. I remember I watched that at Dave and Buster's with a
Mm,
couple people, and it was the most like upset I've ever been in public.
that sucked.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was terrible, and that was Tom Brady's last year, and he laughed. And then he had his best year with obviously the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest quarterback that's played for the New England Patriots in the last 10 years, Cameron Jarrell Newton. And in that year, N'Keal Harry pours in 33 receptions for 309 yards, 2 more touchdowns, no rushing attempts this go around. One of those touchdowns was against the Chargers. It was a 45-0 blowout, and I remember being amazed that N'Keal Harry scored a touchdown. But really, N'Keal Harry's problem was in college, he was a jump ball guy. He was super athletic, and that was supposed to be what he would be in the league.
Hmm.
And it was like, oh, the Patriots will teach him the fundamentals. He's almost the antithesis of Malcolm Mitchell, where Malcolm Mitchell came in, people didn't really expect him to do anything, and the Patriots taught him all the fundamentals, and he ran with it. This was like, oh, he's got all the talent. We'll just teach him the fundamentals. He didn't learn any of them, and he was completely useless. So, in the end, I'm just going to get it right out of the way with N'Keal Harry, and we can pretty much end my spiel on him there. That was his best year. He went on to Chicago, where he didn't do shit but caught a touchdown, and went on to Minnesota, where he actually didn't do anything. Played 9 games and didn't have a single reception or record a stat. For a first round pick, 32nd overall, that's really, really bad. And if he had just panned out, maybe Tom Brady would have stayed.
Even since that's the 32nd pick, even if you want to say like, 32nd pick is basically a second round pick, still wildly like
Yeah. For a
underachieving
second
for a
round
second
pick,
round pick.
that's really bad. For a third
Just
round pick, that's
horrible.
still really bad.
That is when you look at kind of like the things that led to the Patriots, few seasons of like torture and hell. That N'Keal Harry pick is one of them.
Yeah.
Like it is up there. Like that's what led to Tom Brady ultimately wanting to leave, to you not
Yeah.
getting AJ Brown,
He's
to
like,
Bill
just trying to be
Belichick
with these
eventually
Davids.
leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe even drafting N'Keal Harry might have even led to fucking COVID. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like we don't
I
know
wouldn't
for
be
sure.
surprised.
Like
Yeah. I do think he's responsible for world hunger. It's just,
the issue is he looked the part.
he looked awesome. And he had the swag. Like, I was like, this dude's drepped out. He's going to be nasty.
Dude, he looks like AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he should have been good. And then I
100%.
mean, just God. But then you think about it. If N'Keal Harry wasn't drafted, AJ Brown might not have been drafted. AJ Brown might not ever come to the Patriots because then like you just never know like the ripple
Yeah.
effect.
It'd
So
be a completely different world.
yeah, I don't know. Like we're happy where we are now, but yeah, N'Keal Harry, that was one of those ones where it's like, yep, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
great one, great
Yeah.
pick.
Easy layup. Just get it off the board so we can talk about interesting shit now because everyone
Yeah.
saw that coming.
I'm gonna go one. So my number one. This is actually a pivot. I wasn't gonna pick this, but then I was like, you know what? Since you picked kind of a very obvious one at first, I'm gonna pick one as well. In 2021, the Patriots had the 15th overall pick, and they drafted one Mac Jones. Um,
Really.
I think that
Yeah.
was an issue for a lot of reasons. One, first of all, let me get it out of the way. I think we all liked the pick when it happened.
Yeah.
Bama
Love.
quarterback, all the mechanics. You're gonna put him. I think that was like the talk of the NFL circles, where it was like you let the Patriots get Mac Jones.
Yeah. That
Like
was quoted saying.
what? Everybody was saying that, and I mean, he played 42 games. He went 18 and 24. Like he had 8,918 yards, 36 interceptions, like
Yeah.
nothing great. Like I'm trying to look at where the touchdown, 46 touchdowns. So 46 touchdowns, 36 picks. Like
Really.
this is one of those ones where he didn't help himself, but this draft pick looks so bad because it set the franchise back another couple years
Yes.
for many reasons. Like, was
Yeah.
it, we still don't know. Was it Belichick that wanted the pick? Was it Kraft that wanted the pick? We think that it wasn't Belichick because he then saddled him with Matt Patricia as his offensive coordinator. that was never going to work at that point. The second year into his career, but like what makes this frustrating, he went 10-7 his first year.
Yep.
Had
Looked really good.
3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 picks, whatever,
I'll
made the
never forget.
playoffs. You're like, here we go. Like the Patriots got their guy. They got their doors blown off by the Bills, but who cares? You made the playoffs, kind of like the Patriots did with Drake May, where it's like, yeah, the Super Bowl was horrible, but you
Yeah,
made it there. So you know what? You got
100%.
Mac Jones. You got a guy that everybody says has the mechanics, has everything down. He just needs to be coached. And he was not coached. Like I think that pick, like not just the pick itself, like the pick was fine, but I'm talking more of the what happened with it is what makes that one of my least favorite Patriots picks, the most underwhelming pick ever. The position, the
Yes.
timing, like a 2 years removed from Brady, you're in the first round, you're trying to revamp the entire team, basically. Tensions are high between Belichick and Kraft and the fan base and everything. And Mac Jones he was a victim to all that. And I feel bad for what the Patriots did to this kid's career. So,
That is the best way to put it is we're not mad at Mac Jones. It's just we're mad at the way it turned out. Because I don't think a lot of it was his fault. I really think the guy got boned.
yeah,
And I don't think it's Belichick's fault. It was just a bad situation for all. Like the
all of it.
team was salary cap strapped and just didn't have a lot of talent. We tried. We went out and got guys that on paper you and I were on this very podcast very excited for the arrival of Kendrick Bourne. Me, particularly with Nelson Aguilar, we're still psyched that we got Hunter Henry. Jonnu Smith, when we got him as a backup tight end, was a incredible option.
Oh,
He led the league in tight end touchdowns the year before he came to the Patriots. He was a Swiss Army knife. It was going to be awesome. And for some reason, none of it worked. And
nope.
I don't think it's Mac's fault. And then the whole Bailey Zappi thing happens where I do think the organization handled that terribly and absolutely destroyed the poor dude. Because now you see Mac Jones just this past year on the 49ers, an incredible organization. Sam Darnold can speak on this. When you go to the 49ers, they are going to set you up for success. All of their players are going to get crippling injuries on the field, and you will still be successful. It will be like D-Day or Normandy. People are running up the field and just getting taken out left and right by hail, bullets, and everything else. And you will still succeed in this organization. He looked great. So I don't think it's a Mac Jones problem. But you're absolutely right. Sunk the highest Patriots first round pick that we've seen in a long, long time into a
Mhm.
guy that didn't fucking work out and it set the franchise back.
Yep. That's what it comes down to. Like you said, it's not on Mac himself, but it's just the pick, what it did, the ripple effect. Yeah, like I said, I pivoted. I had another one I wanted to do number one, but I was like, you know what, we'll kind of push that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was yeah, just horrible. So Mac Jones is mine. So I think you get probably the two kind of there's another very polarizing one out there.
There.
There's also a first round pick, but I think N'Keal Harry and Mac Jones, those are two very good picks. So that's what we got. So back to you, number two. What do you got?
All right. I Let me preface with all my picks are in my lifetime, all ones that I remember vividly,
Yep.
clearly watching every snap of these players' career and being excited and then being disappointed.
Mhm.
So this one I
Same.
remember vividly, and we've talked about it, and I know you do too, with the second round pick, 60th overall in the 2016 NFL draft. The Patriots select from the University of Alabama cornerback Cyrus Jones. And when we got Cyrus Jones, I was psyched, absolutely fired up. We're a year or two removed from Darrell Revis and Brandon Browner as our corners, and we're just reloading, revamping. We have serviceable corners. We're a year before we get Stephon Gilmore, and I'm ready to see this young studded corner. And his college tape was awesome. He's a returner, he's a ball hawk, he's quick. And he comes into the league, comes to the Patriots, and promptly does absolutely fucking nothing. In fact, in his first year, he fumbles 5 times, which is incredible when you're only returning kicks because he didn't get an interception. He got 2 fumble recoveries, but his stats are just abysmal. I'm not expecting corners to tackle, but he had 7 combined tackles, three
Mhm.
solo, 4 assists. Like he just showed up and collected a paycheck and did nothing. And then he got hurt his second year, and then his third year, short leash, he was uh he was traded to Baltimore mid-season and just sucked win there as well. He had
Dude,
another
he
fumble.
fumbled that game against the Patriots, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
And it was incredible. Like, I bet the Ravens were like, yeah, this guy's gonna have a revenge game. And he fumbled. And Bill's like, I knew it. Bill's like, I love it. Just go after the ball. This dude can't hold on to it. It's a shame because I really thought he was gonna be awesome, but this dude was brutal. I can't believe he ever had 2 fumble recoveries. He probably fumbled them both.
honestly, that's probably it. It was like a self fumble, and he was like, "Oh shit, I
Yeah.
got it."
I mean, he has 5 fumbles and 2 fumble recoveries. So he could have recovered both those fumbles, fumbled both of those, and still had 3 fumbles to give up on returns.
Insane. Yeah, Cyrus Jones, he was one of those ones where, like you said, like I think the returning ability, like the corner,
Yeah,
you're like, all right, here we go. We got
he
a
was so
guy.
excited.
And dude, it was like a plane crash. It
Yeah.
was
In
horrible.
in preparation for this episode, this was like 2, 3 days ago, maybe. I had gone out to the bars on a weekday, which is very unbecoming, very unusual of me. I definitely don't do that much. It was an old college reunion. I just got rip roaring, as some people would say. And like I came home late night with no intention to sleep, and I wanted to do some research for the pod. So I wanted to recapture the old excitement I used to have for Cyrus Jones. And I watched like the YouTube video like Cyrus Jones, Welcome to the Patriots from like 2016. And I was watching it and I was going, man, I get it. Like this guy was awesome. Like his college stats were great. He was electric. And again, you can fall victim to a highlight reel very easily. And sitting
Easily.
out in that car, I sat there in a drunken stupor and a haze of smoke, and I thought, we should draft this fucking guy.
Right? You convince yourself.
Dude, I was like, you know, this guy might be good.
Yeah, he's good. And he is not. He was not.
Not at all. And it was a
Yeah.
cool number too. He was number 42. I'm like, that's cool. I dig that.
Nope. Gone.
No, it wasn't
Um,
cool.
yeah, Cyrus Jones, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna so I'll go number two. I'll go with my next one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep with the same position. I'm
Plenty to
gonna
pick from.
go.
I
Yeah,
have 5 corners on my list.
dude, there are so many corners on this list that you can pick from. It's almost like receivers. Like there's almost too many receivers.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all I have is corners and receivers.
I mean that's like I got a couple other ones, so I might throw some other ones out there so you can take them. But I will go. I'm going to take you back to 2011, one of the earlier picks here. 33rd pick, the second round pick. The Patriots had 2 second rounders in this draft. One of them was Shane Vereen. Great pick. Love him. This
Yeah.
one, we are going to go with the immortal Razai Dowling.
That was one of mine. Good
Yeah,
pick.
it damn well should have been. Um,
Yeah.
he played in 9 games in 2 years, had 10 tackles in one
Holy
pass
shit.
defended.
Holy shit.
Like, I,
What?
it's not even like the Patriots necessarily. Like this isn't a Jalen Polk or like a N'Keal Harry pick where you missed these like crazy options that you could have had. This was just a horrendous pick.
Really
Like
bad.
I know they had 2 second rounders, and one of the second rounders was good. So you like it is what it is. Shane Vereen, we all liked him. Great, kind of like James White before James White or whatever. But Razai Dowling, just horrendous pick. I don't remember necessarily how excited everybody was about the pick, but I think we were all fine with it because it's Belichick. It's a defensive player, like coming
Yeah.
out of Virginia. So like not a small school, not like a Bama or like a Stanford or whatever, but just kind
Yeah.
of like a just solid school.
Fine. It's a fine school.
But dude, you are going to end up playing 3 years in the league. 2 with the Patriots, you play in 10 games. Was it
Yeah,
10 or 9?
9.
10 games. No, it was 9. Yeah, you're right.
It was
Dude,
9.
the Patriots have a bad reputation or a bad track record of their higher draft picks getting hurt in their first year or whatever. I mean, look at Gabe Akis right now, but
Mm,
this was just like you pick just this high, which is a set like it's the 33rd pick. So you're bordering on that line of late first, early second, and you just trip and fall on defense, which that's where you should be drafting well.
yes.
So yeah, Razai Dowling, he had to be on here. I didn't want to miss him. I didn't want to miss such a loser of a player.
Which is
So I
good
had to.
because this was going to be my next pick. So you
There it
swooped in
is.
and took him at the precisely right time. I'm with you. I don't remember the hype. I just remember him being on the team, but not actually ever playing. In fact, I have almost no memories of him actually being on the field. I do remember him from Madden 12, the Peyton Hillis cover, where he was the starting corner on that game. And he was sick. Like he had like a 96 speed. He was really good. And I remember being like, where is this guy? And like every Sunday I turn on the Patriots, I never saw him. It's like, well, fucking, where's Waldo? But Waldo isn't in the picture. I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see this guy on the field. He's nowhere. I don't see him on the sidelines. I don't know where this guy is. He turns out he was probably in rehab for whatever the many injuries he had. But yeah, when I was being facetious, and I'll admit, when I said Cyrus Jones didn't record a stat, I was being facetious because I read off, his 5 fumbles and his 2 fumble recoveries. This guy literally didn't record a stat.
Not a single stat.
No,
Not a
like
single thing.
pass to defense, and then that's it.
Yep. Like it's upsetting because like I said, it's on defense. If it's a receiver, you just kind of assume it's not going to work out. But yeah, this was upsetting. So yeah, Razai Dowling, dumb name, dumb pick, dumb player. One of the worst Bill Belichick draft picks in his tenure here. So
Yes, that is
yeah,
that is an atrocious, atrocious pick.
all you.
All right. So with my next pick. I am going all the way back to 2013, the 59th overall pick in the second round. I
Okay.
remember watching this guy's tape. Small school, but one play captivated a nation of Patriots fans. One singular highlight got everyone so hyped for this guy, only for him to fall flat on his face and become the butt of many Patriots jokes. Before N'Keal Harry, there was Aaron Dobson.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was brutal. Mike, let me interest you in something like this. If you're drafting somebody in the second round with the 59th overall pick, would you be satisfied with his best season recording 37 catches for 519 yards and 4 touchdowns as his career best season?
No, maybe like
No,
his rookie year. That's
that
it.
was his rookie year.
But then get better. Like,
Yes, yes, and that was his best season by far. And after that, it was actually significantly. It got so much worse for our good buddy Aaron. The next year, he had 3 catches for 38 yards. Obviously, no fucking touchdowns.
obviously.
In his third year, he uptick. His margin goes way up. He goes from receptions to 13 for 141. Still no fucking touchdowns. And
All
then
right.
boom, out of the league like he's a plague victim. No one wants to touch this guy. He 3 years in, immediately gone. No interest.
They're like when they write the history books on how bad Bill Belichick was at drafting receivers, Aaron Dobson will be top 3.
100%. They're gonna look
Like
at that. But
he will
Bill,
be.
I understand it though, because Bill fell victim to that highlight tape that I did. Do you remember his catch when he played for Marshall? It was in like the back left corner of the end zone. It was like his hand was back here, gets it way up top. It was
It was one of
nuts.
like these ones, like the backhand kind
Yeah.
of. Vaguely, I remember. Yeah.
It was the most insane thing.
I remember he had like one good catch like in the NFL too. And it was like, there he is. I think it was like over the middle. or something like that. Maybe I like
I
don't
know he had a
remember
deep
exactly.
touchdown against the Steelers that I was very pleased with.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. See, dude, this just goes to show. Like, I don't, you can't even fucking think of anything. God, I'm looking at that draft class. There, there's another receiver in there that I just completely forgot about in
Good luck.
2013. So I'm not even gonna. He'll be on the honorable mention. But God, that was God, what a shitty fucking thing that was. Oh my God, they drafted Jamie Collins a few picks before him. That's good.
Yeah, I want to. Can I share my screen so I can show this Aaron Dobson catch? I don't think I can. I don't know how to do that.
Can you? You should be able to at the bottom where it says share.
Sharing is not turned on.
What do you mean sharing? It's not. Oh, there. I got you. Allow. Boom. Share
Okay,
it, baby.
so
In case anybody's wondering, Liam's
can
trying
you
to pull
see
up
it? Can
this.
you see this?
Not yet. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. It's coming up. Here it comes.
Can you see the shitty
Okay.
quality?
Yeah. I got it. Yep. Play
Yeah.
it.
So, and it's gonna be terribly slow, but like, look at this.
It's
You can,
slow, but look at this guy.
yeah, just goes up for this one-handed snag, and now that I'm sharing, it's moving excruciatingly slow.
No, but we get the point. Get him on the team. Get him on
Yeah,
here. He's got the
100%.
skill.
I saw this and I was so fired up. I was like, this guy is going to be a generational wide receiver for Tom Brady for years to come. And needless to say, we didn't get that. We didn't get that at all. Let's go to the highlight. Let's go to the replay here.
Yeah. He didn't quite turn out he didn't quite pan out to be what we thought. There he
No.
is. Look at him. Yeah, see,
Yeah,
if you're look at
snag.
that catch. Like,
Nasty. Just nasty
listen,
work.
if you're a Patriots fan and you're throwing on the YouTube Aaron Dobson highlights, you see that, you're
Yeah.
like, oh, we got one.
Just search Aaron Dobson catch and the world knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, we got one.
For one moment, the entire world came to a screeching halt and held hands to watch one highlight tape.
Yep.
And
And
it's
they
never been
apparently
the same.
duped Bill Belichick into getting him, into drafting him. So
It worked. We've
horrible
all been
pick.
victim to a highlight tape.
Horrible pick, but great pick by you. You are working a who's who of losers on your team
I
over
try.
here. Just
I
letting
got
you
an eye for
know.
the lovable losers of the world.
All right, let me see. Who do I want to go with? I could go receiver. I don't really think I want to. Who I'm gonna go with? I'm gonna go with someone who I thought was really good, kind of a more recent one. 2019, third round pick, 77th overall out of Michigan, Chase Winovich. Remember Chase Winovich?
Yeah,
Remember
he's a
him?
bust.
I'm gonna say yes because the Patriots had two third round picks this in 2019. One of them was Damian Harris, good pick. But for Chase Winovich, he had 18 tackles. He played for 2 seasons, 18 tackles, 5.5 sacks his first year. Great, good
Yeah,
rookie year. Let's go, bring it in. Second season, 36 tackles, 5.5 sacks, one interception.
yeah.
Cool.
I
Then he
remember
got
that
traded.
pick.
Then he got traded to the Browns
There it is.
for
Poor
Mac
guy.
Wilson. Like,
He
again,
never
this is
stood
one
a
of those
chance.
ones where I kind of looked at it and it's like, okay, you could pick either like the Razai Dowlings of the world,
Yeah.
where there are no stats. There's my final pick has no stats. That's who I will end up picking. But you could pick someone like that, or you could pick someone like a Mac Jones or like a Chase Winovich, where like they have 1 year where it's good, but
Yeah.
then they turn into nothing. And that's where the downfall is to me. That's where it's like that's what makes a pick even worse, where like you could see the potential, but the team just didn't do anything with it. I just remember him, blonde hair, long blonde hair, Chase Winovich. Yeah, I liked him because I remember getting him and I was like, okay, so like that's him for the 1 year. I think he might be something. Like he had
Yeah.
five and a half
People ate it up.
sacks.
The hype was real because what did people call him? The wino or something weird like that. And like,
Yeah. Wino, we know, yeah, Wino
yeah,
for
people
wine
had
obviously.
like would wear like long hair to the games and shit. He got like the whole Clay Matthews kind of treatment.
I'm looking now. I did in 2021. He was actually on the Patriots in 2021. He went from he had 11 tackles, so
Okay.
he had a
Okay.
huge drop off. And then yeah, turned into being sent over to Cleveland for Mac Wilson. Like I said, who I think we liked Mac Wilson when he was here, so that was fine. But yeah,
Yeah.
just a waste of a draft pick in a round where you maybe could have got someone. So it was very frustrating. But yeah, I gotta have Chase Winovich on there. That's more of like a personal one for me. Because I thought he was going to be something really good.
I thought he was going to be awesome. He was awesome for a year.
He was for a year, and then I think that's what makes it that bad is the drop off was crazy. So yeah, I'm putting Chase Winovich on there. That's I'm taking that. I like that pick. So unless you have any other comments on it, you are up next for your final pick.
I would say with my final pick, I am going to go with the first round pick. And this is
Okay.
probably more in the realm of you. He was the 29th overall pick in the 2014 draft. And he recorded stats, did his job to an extent. And I'll always remember him for one play, week two of his rookie year. I remember thinking, I hate this guy because of the college he went to, the University of Florida, disgusting, horrible place in the swamp from inbreds. But he made this play in week two in a game where the Patriots picked off Matt Castle 5 times. This guy, Dominique Easley,
He
went
was
in
on
there
my list.
and had a diving pick off Matt Castle as his last pick of the game with like 6 minutes left in the game. I'll never forget it. I can paint the room I was in and the game on TV by memory. I remember it vividly. Often I sit around with friends and I ask the common questions that most people would ask their friends, like where were you during 9/11? Where were you during the Boston Marathon bombing? Where were you when Dominique Easley was drafted? And where were you during that pick in week two? And everyone knows the answer. Um, just a huge disappointment for the place he was drafted. 29th overall pick. He gave us in his rookie season 2 games started, 11 games played, one pick, one sack, 10 combined tackles. Second season, 2 sacks, no pick, and 15 tackles. And then, boom, he's gone. We send him to the Rams. He actually bumps up the tackle numbers with the Rams, and his sack numbers 3.5 sacks, 24 or 35 total tackles. Plays really well for them. And then, just like that, he's out of the league. But yeah, Dominique Easley, probably because he went to the University of Florida, he never stood a chance. And I thought he was going to be awesome. After that pick, I was like, this guy's sick. And then, little old me, my young soul back in 2014, thought one pick made a guy awesome, and it totally didn't.
Dude, so Dominique Easley was on my list. He was checked off in my notes app as someone I was going to pick. I
Yeah.
didn't pick him when I just did my little Chase Winovich thing, and I was like, I wonder if he's going to. And then you
Yeah.
did, yeah. No, he was like, dude. People thought like, if you're a Patriots fan listening, you thought Dominique Easley was going to be someone.
Yeah.
Like you
100%.
definitely did, and then come to find out, like, nope.
Like he had the build, he had the cool number 74,
Yep,
and like the college production was through the roof. There was a reason he was a first round pick. He was a monster in college. And then
that's one of those things.
yeah, it's so odd how it just didn't pan out. And our defensive line was stacked. Like this was the Seahawks here. So
Mhm.
like our defensive line was loaded. We had what was it, Silver Saliga
Silver
and
Saliga. Yep.
yeah, and Brandon Mebane and like we had all these fucking monsters.
Yeah.
Uh
There was someone else we're forgetting, but yeah,
yeah,
no, it was a
there was
good
another
line.
defensive tackle. Yeah, it was an awesome defensive line. Yeah,
Nope.
just couldn't crack it.
Yeah, man, that's a good one. So you got N'Keal Harry, Cyrus Jones, Aaron Dobson, and Dominique Easley. Like that is,
Terrible, terrible
buddy,
people.
that is a who's who of who sucks.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's a good one. So I get to pick out of a bunch of people. There's a bunch, and I'm picking this one because I think when it happened and everything, I think there was just a lot of talk about it because of who picked it in everything, position and whatnot. Um, this was when was this? 20. This was 2021. This was a big pick, not because of the round that it was in. He's a seventh rounder, so I'm just going to get that out of it. But the reason this I think is on my list, this was Ernie Adams' final pick. That's what this was posed as. This was Ernie Adams made this pick. You know, pink stripes. If you're a Patriots fan, you know what that means. If you're not a Patriots fan, I don't know why you're listening. But you know, pink stripes made this pick. It was like, this is going to be like diamond in the rough, whatever. We're going wide receiver out of UCF, Trey Nixon. He was the 242nd pick. He stuck around for a little bit. I remember everybody was like, yeah, he's a seventh rounder, but Ernie Adams knows what he's doing. Like, I think the hype started to build. And I think Patriots fans started to build their own hype around it. If you just Google Trey Nixon stats, nothing will come up.
Yeah.
You look on Wikipedia, when it goes to like personal life, it goes to professional life. There's nothing in that box. If you go to Pro Football Reference, he has zero stats at all. Like to have a pick that is talked about how it is. So normal seventh round picks, you don't really talk much about them. It is what it is. But the fact that this one was gassed up as Ernie Adams' final pick, you know, he runs a 4.40. Like he's a quick guy, little skinny, but you know, he can take the top off the defense. UCF, not a huge school. I actually lived 2 minutes from UCF a couple of years ago, but you know, Ernie Adams, the whole lore, and it turns out to not just be a bad pick, but he zero stats.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was Googling something wrong. I was like, there has to be, he had to have had like one catch. Nothing. So yeah, that another one, and that's more of like a niche one. There are plenty that you could have picked from, that I could have picked from here, at the same position. But no, I had to go Trey Nixon. If you're a Patriots fan, you've heard of him because of the Ernie Adams lore. But yeah, just an absolute waste of a seventh round pick.
Yeah, and not saying much if we're wasting seventh round picks, but what I think of Trey Nixon, I think of like preseason player. And so I was able to dig up his preseason stats that I could read off to you here.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Pull
got
him up.
him
Pull him
in
up.
the 2021 preseason, 2 catches, 11 yards, no touchdowns. But breakout preseason year two in 2022, he bursts onto the scene with 12 receptions, 169 receiving yards, still no touchdowns.
That's fine. That's fine.
Third year preseason. This is where players are there to make a splash. 4 catches, 24 yards, no touchdowns.
All right, so he took a step back.
So he took a step back.
That's
But
all.
the production is there. There are stats that say he played football once.
The potential is there. Like you
Yes.
can see it. But dude,
And this was only
for the talk,
2023. This is like 3 years removed. He can still go.
he can still come back in. Like
Mm.
it's just for like kind of the fact that this seventh round pick was even spoken about, how it was like, and then he ended up doing nothing. Like that's kind of like both those things together for me. I was like, I got to have him on here because like
Yeah.
I remember me being like, yeah, I know, but you still got Trey Nixon out there. Like
Yeah. There's
this
still
is the
hope,
year.
coach. Yeah.
Oh, and it
No,
wasn't the year. It was never the year. Sorry. And like, I like these people are everybody we named are 100 times more talented and athletic than
for
we ever
sure.
will be.
Yeah.
But I am in the position now to say, Trey Nixon, looking at your career, buddy, didn't pan out.
Him and I recorded the exact same amount of NFL regular season
There it
stats.
is. There it
I
is. Look
can
at that.
say that.
Claim to
That is a
fame.
fact. Yeah.
Yep.
Him and I
Yep.
put in the same work on Sundays.
Dominique Easley has more regular season receptions technically than Trey Nixon.
He does.
Like that's come on, man.
He
Like I'm
has
not trying to
touched the
bury the guy.
football more times than Trey Nixon.
But
One.
geez, like my God. Yeah, that's yeah, man, rough
Yeah.
list. I
And
mean,
he
there
was sick
are
in college too. He was really, really good.
Um, there are a ton of honorable mention. Do you have? I know you have some, but what jump out to you? Like other than maybe like your obvious ones, we mentioned Jalen Polk a bunch. But
Yeah.
like what jump did like do any really jump out at you where you're like, damn man, like we could have picked this person.
Yeah, like so when I went through and I was doing my research, I always try and write the names that pop into my head, I write them down.
Yep.
And then I go on and research so I don't get biased by the research. If anything, it adds to it. And when I went on, I saw this horrible list. And I'll call them out. Sportsnaut.com posted like a top 10 worst Patriots draft picks, some horseshit.
Oh
And
God.
they had the nerve, the credence to say that Lawrence Maroney was number 10. And I didn't get to number 9. I exited out and I just unblocked the website to check and make sure it was them. And now I'm blocking the website again. I don't ever want to see something from them ever again. That can't be the case. But
You
other than that, like people who were,
you can't
yeah,
put Lawrence Maroney, by the way.
no,
Like he
fuck
you
no.
might have been personally let down by him, but just for what it was, he does not deserve to be in this conversation.
No,
That's
by no
crazy.
means. He was the starting running back in the Super Bowl. Suck a dick.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, no.
That's a crazy one to me.
No, that'd be like saying Ramondre Stevenson's a bust. It's like, no, he's definitely
Yeah.
not that.
Mhm.
But yeah, so like when I looked at my honorable mentions here, there was like Chad Jackson, but I didn't really remember him. That was before my time. You're older than me. Do you remember
Every
him?
receiver dude you could put on there.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much. Like most recently, and I wanted to use him, but I felt like it was low hanging fruit. Cole Strange.
yep. Yep, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, like Cole Strange is low hanging fruit. That was one of the names that I had in my head that I wrote down, and I was like, I don't
Yep.
even want to pick on this dude. Like he just got boned. Like it's definitely like he should be up there for first round pick, 29th overall,
Hmm.
to just go in there and he'll always have that almost first down lateral catch that he had. Uh, we'll always have Paris, but yeah, just overall that one totally didn't fucking work. And
I
it's
remember you and I tried to talk that pickup, or like we tried to do our best to like
well, we trust the process. Like if Bill's drafting a
exactly.
lineman in the first round, like we drafted Kyle Duggar, and I was like, I don't get it. And he was
Who? Yeah.
awesome. And he was
Yep.
great. He was like he led the league in picks 2 years. I was like, okay, so if you're drafting Cole Strange, I'm gonna trust the process here. There's got to be something to it, and there
Mhm.
just wasn't.
Yeah, that was the one when I was saying before when we were talking about N'Keal Harry and Mac Jones. Cole Strange was the other one where it's like there's one
Yeah,
other very obvious one. That's
yeah.
he was it.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, which totally makes sense. I feel bad. It was no doing of his own. He went to the fucking University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and like he probably shouldn't have been taken that high. But
No,
it's
but
just
like good for him. Like whatever, man. He got money. Yeah, he's one. I just scrolled up on the Patriots draft thing to the next year's draft, which is 2023. I want to do one, but I need to just rattle off a few honorable mentions from this draft.
yeah,
Keon White, Marte Mapu,
yeah,
City So,
really bad,
Antonio Mafi.
bad.
Those are four right there. Like that
Like
Jake
bust, bust,
Andrews,
bust, bust.
fourth round pick. Like you
Well,
really
if
want to get
he,
crazy.
yeah,
Chad Ryland, fourth round pick.
yeah,
Like,
but he's still in the league. He was just bad for us.
yeah, but like that's a waste of a fourth
It
rounder.
is. You're right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I think those top two though, Keon White and Marte Mapu, just wildly unimpressive, underwhelming picks.
Yeah, fuck
Like,
that up,
especially with, I mean, we talk about N'Keal Harry looking the part. Keon White,
dude.
we
If
thought
you could draw a
Miles Garrett.
defensive end, it would be him.
It's him. Like and I hope this isn't what's going to happen with Gabe Akis this year.
Yeah.
I hope it's a little different, but yeah, dude, that was like, I, I don't know what happened. He had
If
a
there's a
great,
God, that won't happen to Gabe Backus. If
I
Gabe
hope not.
sucks, then I realize that, we're all just human beings throwing faith in a mythical figure, and God really is the name of a blanket we put over a shape to give it, or put over a mystery to give it shape. Like if gay Bacchus doesn't work out, then I realize that there's no hope for an afterlife.
I sometimes we got to just let you cook. That was that was fucking amazing.
Like if he's not sick, I don't know what to believe and what not to believe anymore. Then I
Dude,
have to
he
look at Rodrigo Blankenship and be like, he can play D end because I have no idea who can play D
right?
end.
Like, come on, just take those
Yeah,
glasses off. He's
yeah,
good.
100%. Because clearly I don't know what a D end looks like. If it's not Keon White and Gabe Backus, then I do not know what the position is.
Dude, there are going back to the Cole Strange draft. The other pick from this 2022 draft that should have been on this list for us.
Who?
Second rounder, Tyquan Thornton.
Oh yeah, tiny wrists.
Dude, little wrist
Yeah.
Thornton over there.
Yeah, one
God.
one Cleveland game had us thinking he was going to be nasty.
Oh, dude, there
Yeah,
were
what are
so
his
many. I
stats?
mean, my guy, Ronnie Perkins, I couldn't put him on the list, but that was more of a personal thing. I thought he was going to be like my Jonas Gray. He wasn't.
Yeah, he was not. No,
He was
he was
nothing.
really bad.
Yeah, dude, there are it's a depressing thing. Oh my God, I just keep seeing more. Do you have any what else you got? Honorable mention.
Who else is on my honorable
Do you
mention?
like Jawan Williams? Do you like that name?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Second rounder after N'Keal Harry?
Yeah, yeah, he was complete and total dog shit. Um, who else is on my honorable
Dude, there
mention
are
here?
so many. Duke
Yeah,
Dawson.
who?
Like,
Oh, Duke
exactly.
Dawson, the corner.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who? I had Jordan Richards,
Oh my God. Yeah. I
safety from
almost had him
Stanford.
too. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be sick, and he played a lot. He just never recorded a stat, but he was on the field in the Super Bowl. Like it was incredible. We played with
He just
10
never
guys out
recorded a
there.
stat.
Like we played with basically 10 guys out there because he just like he was always on the field and never actually did anything.
Do you remember? Yeah, so this was one I didn't know. I wanted to put it on there, but it felt unfair to him. I almost wanted to put Malcolm Mitchell on there, but it
Yeah,
almost felt wrong because like he
yeah.
left because of injuries and like mental stuff. But it was like that was a letdown, not in a bad way, but in like a shit, man. Like we saw what you could maybe be, and it
I
just
gotta say, if you're gonna let me down, then let me down like that. Like go into the Super Bowl, have the game of your life, and then
yep,
let me down after that. It's like that would be like saying, man, like this girl broke my heart, but she did leave me a scratch ticket for $1 million on the counter. Like, yeah, buddy, I bet that
yep.
sucks, but something tells me you'll be all right.
Yeah, that was that. Like I couldn't do it because, like you said, it
Yeah,
was like
a
we
hundred
still
percent.
had good times. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna.
Like I couldn't put you on this list because you treated me so well for the short time that we were
Yep,
together that it cancels out the long time of bad.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Like memory is kind.
Uh, Josh Boyce,
Josh Boyce was dog shit. He was in
Daniel,
the
you
Aaron
like that?
Donald draft. He is on my honorable mention as well. He was fucking cheeks, and I thought he was going to
God,
be awesome. Do you
dude,
remember what
yes.
his career highlight play is? I was watching
No,
this game the other day, oddly
no, it
enough.
wasn't.
In what was the year? So it had to be pre 2016. I would guess probably 2013. The Patriots had an epic comeback against the Browns. Danny Amendola, the front right pylon to win the game. We had to recover an onside kick. TJ Ward blew out Gronk's knee on a seam route.
Yes. Okay. Yep. I remember.
Yeah. So we were down like 10 with like 2 minutes to go or something batshit like that against the Browns. Like it didn't make any sense the entire game.
Against the
So we
Browns.
score, we get the onside kick. and we're driving for game. There's like a minute left. Tom Brady's mounting a comeback. And for some fucking reason, Josh Boyce is on the field for this entire 1 minute drill. And Brady's
Like, get him in.
pinpointing, yeah, he's hitting Amendola, he's hitting Edelman, he's hitting everyone except for Josh Boyce. And Josh is just out there running for the love of the game. He's just out there to get his steps in. He's out there just running routes to open everyone else up. And then probably like 4 plays into this 1 minute drive, Tom Brady leans back and uncorks a long ball, a deep streaking 99 route to Josh Boyce, who's in the end zone, double covered, and dives for a pass that isn't anywhere close to him. And the refs pull the flag and call pass interference. And Josh Boyce gets up like he made the Odell Beckham catch, moves the Patriots down to the 1. The next play, Danny Amendola runs a motion in out to get the touchdown to win it for the Patriots. And that is Josh Boyce's biggest highlight reel.
I gotta be honest, I forgot. Like, I forgot all about this. So I'm sitting here listening, like with bated breath. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? Like, did
Do we
he so
win?
and I'm listening to you, you're like, he's running 99er. I'm like, oh my God, he's going deep. Double covered. Did he moss them? What happened? You're like, he dove. I'm like, holy shit. He fucking dove. Like, it felt like I was watching the game. Like, he dove for a ball. There was nowhere near. Like, oh, okay. Shit. You fucking got me. I bet that was everybody watching that game too. Like,
Dude,
fuck yeah.
100%.
Look at him. He's diving. The ball is gone. Oh, and then that's one of those
Dude,
things where you're like, yep, pass PI, PI, PI. Where's the
dude,
flag?
he was psyched. It was incredible.
Dude, listen,
But
man, that's why you put JB on the field. That's why
a
you
hundred
put him
percent.
out there.
No one could get a pass interference call like Josh Boyce. For that reason, he's not on our Mount Rushmore. Motherfucker could get a
That's
pass
why.
interference like no one's business. Belichick
Holy
saw
shit.
his pass interference getting ability and was like, "We need this guy on the team. He's gonna come in clutch for when we're down against the fucking Browns in week 12."
Yeah. Oh God.
Dude, I
K-
remember seeing him on the field and going, why the fuck is this guy on the field? And then the announcer goes, Brady's going deep to Boyce. I'm like, fucking no, he's not.
We're gonna sneak attack him. We're gonna fucking throw something out there you've never seen before.
So then I started blasting. I'm like,
Like, all right, shit. Oh yeah, Josh Boyce, man, good for
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Good for you.
yeah.
I want to throw names out to you just real quick. 2014. This was the draft where Dominique Easley, Jimmy G, Brian Stork, James White, Cam Fleming. Let me ask you if you've ever heard of these names. John Halapio, Zach
No.
Moore, Jamea Tomasi, and Jeremy Gallon.
Oh, I remember Jeremy Gallon, wide receiver
Jeremy
from
Gallon.
Michigan.
He is
He,
actually, yeah, wide
he,
receiver from
dude,
Michigan.
he was so sick. I remember when they drafted him, and I was like, this guy's going to be money. He was Shoelace's #1 wide receiver in college. And then I think he hung
Uh,
around. He hung around for old 98 too. It was awesome. Jeremy Gallon was a beast.
yeah, but let me ask you: do you know about Jamea Tomasi or
I,
Jamea Thomas? Why am I saying Tomasi? You
okay.
ever heard of him? Huh?
No, it sounds like a WNBA player. I have no idea.
Defensive back, Georgia Tech. How about this one? Remember how I said Zach Moore,
Yeah,
defensive end out of Concordia, St. Paul?
I don't think that place exists.
I've never heard of it.
No,
Dude,
Concordia St.
there
Paul.
are times where Belichick just outthought everybody in the room, and it's like it was literally like the water boy thing, where the coach is like, he throws it back, he reverses it, then he reverses it, no, then he throws it back. He's like, where am I? I feel like that was Belichick at some point in these draft
A
rooms, where he's like,
hundred
guys, I
percent.
don't even. How would we get here? I'm drafting high school players right now. Like,
Concordia St. Paul is a university of 4,000 people in St. Paul, Minnesota.
dude, he had
Eh,
4 sacks.
wow, you must have been good.
Dude, that is 2.5 less than Dominique Easley at Florida.
That is
So
true. He fakes to the left. He
that's what I'm
fakes to
saying.
the
He
right.
was like, and then, oh my God, we got Zach Moore. I don't
Yeah,
know how
he
this
doesn't
happened.
fake.
Put him out there with Josh Boyce. We're good. Fucking send him deep. There, God,
You'll never see this coming.
there are so many players, man. But
Yeah.
but the
I had
fun.
Jermaine Cunningham on there because I always thought he was going to be way sicker than he was.
Yep, and he wasn't, and he
No,
wasn't.
his career highlight was breaking Michael Vick's ribs in the preseason, and I fucking hated this dude from then on out.
What about Alfonso Denard?
Is he a bust?
I think for what I wanted him to be,
Yeah.
he's a
Well,
bust.
I wanted him to be Deion Sanders. So yes,
Yeah,
he's a
and
bust.
he was Deion Saunders. He
Yeah.
was not he was not Deion Sanders. I don't know
Dude,
who the fuck he thought he was.
he had that pick six off Andrew Luck on like the first play of a playoff game.
Yeah.
It was like Alfonso. I
So
thought we
here
were
we
on
go.
something.
And that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Jermaine
incredible.
Cunningham, he's got to be on there.
Yeah.
Um, would you put I feel like you really can't. I guess kind of hindsight. Aaron Hernandez, hindsight,
No.
not great.
Honestly, I think he's better after he killed someone.
Okay. I mean, you want to go receiver too. Brandon Tate. That was
Brandon
not
Tate was
good.
awesome. I will never admit Brandon Tate was a bust.
Got another guy I never heard of, Tyrone McKenzie, drafted right after Brandon Tate.
Was he offensive tackle?
Nope, linebacker.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea who
Like
that
this,
guy.
dude, this is what happens in like the early days. It's because the Patriots were so good.
Yeah,
They got away with drafting like fucking, let me random name.
they got away with drafting.
Jake Beckett, defensive end from Arkansas.
Yeah, never heard of that fucking guy.
Yeah, but like Patriots fans, I'm sure at the time were like, "Yep, get him in there. Brady's going to take us down. We're
100%.
fine.
Yeah,
Doesn't
he can give
matter."
us 12 sacks. That'll be good.
Sure, sure. Yeah, there were. This is a game I would like to. When Al comes out, you know what? I'm gonna tell Al. Al needs to do this. I want to
Yeah,
know Al's Mount Rushmore. He
yeah,
doesn't need to know what we have. I want him to just kind of go in there and just get a list because I
yeah,
want him to dive in to see just how bad all this is.
a
Because it's
hundred
fucking horrible.
percent.
It's
Yeah,
fucking horrible.
there are some really fucking atrocious names on this list. There's
Cameron
like,
McGrone.
yeah, he sucked. Although he did have a fumble recovery for a touchdown against the Cardinals. That
That's cool, man. Cyrus Jones had some fumble recoveries too. Like,
plenty of fumbles as well.
do you have any other honorable mention? I feel like we could do this, but this is like what's the meme where it's like all like two guys just at a bar naming football names, and it's like that
Yeah,
could be the cover. That could be like
we could do
hours of
this all
that.
night, but I'm out of honorable mentions.
Yeah, no, you got to go build shit. I got to go cook steak. But yeah, you got anything else? Anything else you want to add to this episode?
Nada.
Nada. Okay. So Al will be back next week. We'll be back next week. Maybe we'll do something, maybe another Mount Rushmore, maybe a draft or something like that. We'll do something entertaining there. If I will say, if Jaylen Brown gets traded, we are going to talk about this on next week's episode. So just
Yeah,
putting it out there.
100%.
If you're listening to this, odds are you probably pay attention to other Boston sports as well. So we will talk about that if it happens, unfortunately. But yeah, other than that, for Al, who shows up when he wants, for Liam, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes, episode 235. Hopefully you enjoyed the trip down the horrible memory lane that is the Patriots draft classes.
I know I did.
And yeah, Devin Asiasi, Dalton Keene, those back-to-back tight end
Yeah,
picks. Fuck. Yeah, see, we can't do this. Okay.
we can't
So
do
for
this.
Liam, I'm Mike. This was Tuck Rule Takes, episode 235. We will see you next week. Sweet feet.
Sweet feet.